Hey friends, it's Kenna here with Midwest Fragrance Company. And today we are talking about my top 5 trending fall blends for you to create to up your game this autumn. Stick around to the very end of this video to hear all of these amazing blend ideas and to get access to a special freebie that I created for you. Of course, more exclusive blend ideas. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. I love to create custom blends in my candle company because it helps me to stand out in the crowd just a little bit more. And it allows me to be creative. And if you begin experimenting with blends, I think that you're gonna find these exact same opportunities. If you are looking to stand out just a little bit more this busy fall season, stick around and listen to all 5 of my favorite and trending fall blends. Let's dive in and start experimenting. First, let's start off with a couple of my top blending tips and tricks. What I hear so often from makers is that they're so scared to get started with blending, and I totally get it. I have been there and done that. But trust me, once you get started, you are never gonna be able to go back to single scents ever again. Okay, that might have been slightly extreme, but it is seriously so much fun. So my first tip that I have for you if you are new to blending is called the Q-tip method. See what I did there? To test a blend, dip one end of the Q-tip in one oil and the other end in another, and then put them into a sealed bag or container that is safe for fragrance oil and allow it to sit. After maybe a couple of hours or even overnight, you can open up the container and smell. You should be able to get a pretty good idea of what this would smell like in a blend. My second tip I call the cap method. Very scientific, I know. This one is very simple. You just get the caps of 2 of the fragrances and put both up to your nose. I kind of like waft it around and kind of get a smell of them together. And again, you should be able to get a pretty good idea of what this blend would smell like. Okay, big reminder here. When oils are added to products, sometimes it changes just a little bit. So just keep this in mind. If you would like to hear more about blending and how I create my custom blends, let me know in the comments below and maybe I'll make a little bit of a more in-depth video going over all of this. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Okay, my friends, it's the moment that you've all been waiting for. My top favorite and trending fall blend ideas, all with Midwest Fragrance Company oils, of course. And so I actually brought them here with me. So I grabbed them from the warehouse. And so I thought we could kind of smell them. And I know that you can't smell them, but I'm gonna smell them so that you can see me smell them, because that might be fun. Okay, so I also have to give a little shout out to Allison, who is my editor and group admin, and she helped me come up with these amazing fall blends, and she even named them for us too, so I'm really excited to share them with you. So the first one that I'm gonna go over is a blend of toasted pumpkin spice and iced almond cookies. A little bit of a overview for you guys is that it's really fun to play with the percentages, and so I'm gonna give you some suggestions, but you are gonna have full freedom to play and get creative on what you like best. Okay, so toasted pumpkin spice, I'm gonna open all of these. So toasted pumpkin spice, we are recommending that you try a 70%, and then the iced almond cookies, do it around 30%. Now again, play with it, see what works best for you, but we thought this would be, okay, here's the cap method. Okay, so we're wafting. I should have showed you this earlier, but it's fine. So we're gonna call this one iced pumpkin cookies. That was our suggestion for you. I think I just really like more of that toasted pumpkin spice to come through with just a little bit of the iced almond cookies, because the iced almond cookies is so powerful. And actually, I think that iced almond cookies, I'm saying iced almond cookies a lot, it's fine, is super underrated. I love blending it with all the things because I just feel like it adds such a unique depth to everything. And so another like bonus blend I'm gonna add in here, I guess, is to blend iced almond cookies with apple cider donut. Like, you'll thank me later, I promise. It's so good. Okay, so that's our first top trending fall blend for you, is toasted pumpkin spice with iced almond cookies. And if you want a little bit of a sweeter pumpkin, it could be really fun to blend iced almond cookies with pumpkin pecan waffle type. So that's another kind of suggestion, I guess. Okay, so next up is honey spiced pear mixed with leaves type. And so we did this one at equal parts, so 50-50. I'm gonna open them. And we thought a really fun name for this would be Harvest Moon. And I think that's such a good name for it. Oh my gosh, it smells delicious. And honey spiced pear is a Midwest original that I created mostly, so no big deal there. But it's amazing by itself and also in blends. Harvest Moon, I think it's really unique, has a little bit of kind of spice to it. with the leaves, that spiced apple really comes through. And it mixes really well with the pear as well. So I think that's a really fun one. Kind of a more fruity style, I would say. But you'll have to try that one out and let me know in the comments what you think. All right, and then next up we have French Bourbon Reserve mixed with apple cider donut. And so I really get an upscale fall kind of vibe with this one. Let me just take the caps off, it's totally fine. We did equal parts for apple cider donut and French Bourbon Reserve. Oh, it's just delicious. This is the French Bourbon Reserve is another Midwest original that Doug created, and I just love it. And so we call this one Autumn Brew, and I think the name is on point. So you'll have to try that one out. And you know what's so fun is even if you just got one of like all of these different fragrances, there's so many different blend combinations that you could come up with. It's just so much fun to blend. Okay, and then another one that we have is apple pie mixed with bourbon butterscotch type. And this one we're calling Drunken Apples, which I think is such a cute name. Equal parts for this one too. Although I think if I had to choose, I think I would add just a little bit more apple pie because the bourbon butterscotch is really sweet and really overpowering. So maybe I would just tip the scales just a little bit more in the apple pie's way. That is delicious though. And then last but not least is Pike's Peak, which is another Midwest original. I'm sensing a little bit of a trend with that. Pike's Peak blended with Blazing Bonfire. And so we are recommending 70% of Pike's Peak to 30% of the Blazing Bonfire. But these Midwest originals they are just so fun to me. And Doug works, and so do I, we work really hard to just come up with really unique, trending scents and put our little own spins on them. So I think they're so fun. And I wanted to just kind of add a little bit of a more outdoorsy kind of feeling with one of the scents. And that's what I always, when I'm creating a collection, I'm trying to touch on all of the different scent categories. So I want an outdoorsy one. I want that pumpkin. I want a little bit of apple, maybe the more, high upscale type of French Bourbon Reserve. And so I just think it's really fun to play around with that so that your customers have something to choose from because everyone likes different things. Okay, but this one seriously gives me like fresh evening, autumn, night vibes. And I just think it's beautiful. So delicious. And we were calling that one Campfire Stories, which I think is so fun because it's such that outdoorsy crisp fall night. And so that was kind of our name suggestion for you guys. And I actually made a really similar blend with my candle company with Pike's Peak for this fall. And so I just absolutely love that scent. As you guys can kind of see, the scent options and blend options are seriously endless. And so I've actually created a super helpful resource for you guys on our website. And it has an entire list of probably well over like hundreds of blend ideas, percentages, suggestions, and then tons of naming ideas too. So I'm gonna link that resource for you guys down below. So you have to head over and check that out. But I did mention earlier that I also created a special exclusive freebie with some of my top selling blends from my candle company. And so I am going to put that down below for you guys to grab. And trust me, these are so good. Well, my dear friends, I hope you have enjoyed this delicious smelling video. And I hope that you've gotten some amazing ideas and inspiration for your company as well. And I would love for you to comment down below and tell me some of your favorite Midwest fragrance oil blends too. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more maker tips, tricks, business advice, mindset strategies, and more. Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we post new videos, which is going to be on Fridays. And stick around because I'm sure there are some hilariously embarrassing bloopers coming your way. Bye for now! It was so bad, but whatever. That's when oils are added to products. Oils are added to product. What is that word? Oh no, I'm gonna do the thing where I laugh a bunch again. No, pull it together, kind of. Bye, Allison.